Why did my husband start bringing me flowers every single day after I cheated? I thought Mike would never find out about my gym trainer Derek. We'd been married 3 years, and honestly, I'd gotten sloppy with the lies. Late nights at the office that didn't exist. Girls' nights that were really hotel rooms, deleting texts right in front of him. Then one Tuesday morning, there's a single red rose on my coffee mug, just sitting there like it belonged. Thought you'd like this, Mike says, kissing my cheek like nothing in the world had changed. Sweet, right? Wrong. The next day, 2 roses. Day 3, 3 roses. Every single morning, one more flower added to the growing collection on our kitchen counter. At first, I thought it was romantic. Maybe he sensed something was off in our marriage and was trying harder. My sister Emma said I was overthinking it, that I should just enjoy having a thoughtful husband for once. But by day 10, our kitchen looked like a funeral home. Day 15, I was genuinely worried about his mental state. Day 20, I was completely freaking out. The roses were everywhere. On the counter, the dining table, lined up on windowsills like little red soldiers. Our house smelled like a flower shop, and not in a good way. Mike, seriously, what's with all the flowers? This is getting weird. He looked up from arranging the latest batch in a crystal vase we got as a wedding gift. Just counting, babe, he said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Counting what exactly? You'll see soon enough. That night, I barely slept. Something about his tone, the way he'd been watching me lately, like he was studying me, waiting for something. Day 23 arrived, and I came home from another fake work meeting to find him in the kitchen. He was calmly arranging roses in our biggest vase, humming some tune I didn't recognize. When he saw me, he stopped humming and looked up with the strangest expression I'd ever seen on his face. 23 days, he said, his voice eerily calm. What? 23 days? That's exactly how long you've been screwing Derek behind my back. The grocery bags fell from my hands. Milk splattered across the floor, but neither of us moved to clean it up. Mike, I don't know what Derek's wife Sarah called me 3 weeks ago. He picked up another rose, twirling it between his fingers. She'd been tracking his phone for months. Found some very interesting photos and messages. My legs felt like jelly. How long had he known? So I decided to give you one beautiful rose for every single day you looked me in the eye and lied. He gestured to the sea of flowers surrounding us. 23 roses for 23 days of betrayal. Pretty poetic, don't you think? 23 roses for 23 days of betrayal. I couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. He walked over and handed me the entire bouquet, stems, thorns, and all. I felt one prick my palm, drawing blood. You know what's funny? He continued, still in that terrifyingly calm voice. I kept hoping you'd confess. Every morning when I brought you another rose, I thought maybe today she'll tell me the truth. Maybe today she'll show some remorse. Tears started streaming down my face. But you never did. You just smiled and said thank you, then went right back to texting him. He shook his head. Even last night when you said you were working late on the Morrison account, you were with him at that cheap motel on 5th Street. How did you? I hired a private investigator on day 1. Have photos of everything. He pulled out his phone, showed me a picture of Derek and me kissing in a parking lot. Want to see more? I shook my head, clutching the roses so tight the thorns were cutting into my skin. Pack your bags, he said, turning back to the remaining flowers. Derek's wife is filing for divorce tomorrow morning. Figured you two lovebirds might want to be honest with each other for once. He started pulling roses out of vases one by one, dropping them in the trash. Oh, and Sarah wants to meet you for coffee next week. She has some things she'd like to discuss about what Derek's been telling both of you. My stomach dropped. What had Derek been saying? Turns out you weren't his only side piece, Mike said, reading my expression. There's been at least 2 others that Sarah knows about, maybe more. The roses suddenly felt like they weighed 1,000 pounds. All those nights I thought Derek was falling for me, telling me I was special, different from his wife. All lies. The movers come Thursday to get your stuff. I've already transferred half our savings to your account, so don't worry about money. He threw the last rose in the trash and turned to face me. I'm keeping the house, obviously, and the dog. Mike, please, can we just talk about this? 23 days, Sarah. 23 days you had to come clean. Instead, you chose to make a fool of me every single morning. He walked past me toward the stairs. I hope he was worth it.